So, here we go. Back on the hacks after our little Isaac excursion last night, post Parallel Worlds. I figured I'd do another Mario hack. I don't know. This one's not super long. I think lengthwise it's around the same as, oh my gosh, what was the one we just played? Return to Dinosaur Land. So it's around like 50-some exits. It's like 8 worlds. Pretty straightforward. Should hopefully still be easy enough that I can play without fucking up too bad and making you guys miserable. So let's get started. Let me see here. Where the hell is my... There we are. Yeah, I'm hoping after my little another Mario World, or I'm sorry, Return to Dinoland excursion, we'll be able to do this without too much trouble. But we'll see. It's supposed to be pretty vanilla. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? It's kind of like AM2R. Another Mario World hack. Chair. Come on. I'm super stuck. What's up, Larsic? How we doing, my man? Alright. I think I'm ready. See how bad this one is. How bad I'm gonna get my ass beat here by the Mario. Hi, Pupper. You gonna behave? Once again, the princess has been kidnapped by Bowser. Looks like Mario has to save her again. Wow, they really went all out on the story for this one. I guess, I mean, who's playing Mario hacks for the story, right? I like the world map already. Let's check out Yoshi's house. Wow, okay, it's just straight up. Whoops, straight up Yoshi's house. Nice chilly sunny day. It's actually, it cooled off a good bit up here as well. It's not quite as humid. It's only like, it's 65 here right now. Not as hot as the last couple days, not as humid. I actually don't have the air conditioner or anything. Whoa. That's an interesting way to start. Yeah, so no air conditioner or anything today for the first time in a couple days. Gotta get back in the swing here, the Marios. Fortunately, I think the first couple worlds will hopefully be pretty easy if it's anything like Dino Land. Yeah, this one's supposed to be pretty vanilla, so kind of the same thing. Not a lot of crazy custom stuff. Oh, did you see my fireballs bouncing off the freaking... They're bouncing off the edge of the thing there. That was weird. Oh, that's a hole. I thought there was going to be ground under there. Well, already killing myself. Yeah, I thought there was gonna be ground. I didn't realize it was just gonna be straight pit and then death. Where are them coops at? One more. There we go. Yeah, this is really, look at this. Oh, that time it worked. Oh, but see that time. See, look, it like hits the top of this and it gets stuck. Weird. Oh, I heard. There he is. There's my buddy Chuck. Yeah, this definitely feels like a vanilla, like a Donut Plains. Not very. Oh, I got greedy. I shouldn't have went for the Dragon Coin. Okay. All right. No more goofing around. Time to get super serious. Oh man, Mario skills. Definitely still could use some work. Look at that. I don't even know. I shouldn't even bother with these. 'Cause I'm not gonna go for that one off of the Hammer Brother platform this time. It seemed like a mistake. Seemed like a bad choice for me. I'm just gonna leave it. Just gonna leave it. Ooh, somehow. Oh, Coop lads. Pretty interesting level design for the first, not quite as straightforward. There's already a little more going on here than there was in Dino Land. I think Dino Land really did try to be like a regular Mario hack, though. It didn't really try and do... We already got a P-switch run in the first freaking... in the first section here. So they're asking a little bit more of you. Hopefully there's going to be easy capes in here at some point, or I'm going to be in trouble. If they start making me do crazy platforming with no cape, it's going to be a dead fench for sure. Not sure if there's ground under there or not. It kind of looks like there might be. I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to move on with my life so we can actually finish this level. So I don't know, this might be the last ROM hack we do for a while. We'll see how we're feeling at the end of this one. Because we've done Metroid, we've done Mario, we've done Zelda, and now another Mario. Well, I don't know. I still have that other Link to the Past one that I kind of want to do. So maybe we'll finish this one, and then after that we'll do Zelda. I do want to play the other Zelda one because it looks pretty good. It looks like it may actually be a little less jank than Parallel Worlds was. But all in all, I still had a really good time with Parallel Worlds. I mean, that game had a few shortcomings here and there, I would say. But nothing that made it, like, garbage. It definitely wasn't the same caliber. Whoa, how do I get up there? I guess maybe, oh, like right there, like go over. Yeah, I mean, I would say Parallel Worlds definitely wasn't like the same caliber as... Oh, it's blocked off once you get the yellow switch. So I wonder if that's probably what leads you to the yellow switch. Shit. Oh, I can't. Can I even get my flower still? Is there anything in any of these? Like a... That's what I was thinking. Okay. Anyway. Oh, wait, but how do I need a cape. Or I need to bring Goomba. Goomba friend. See if I can make him respawn. Or did I... Oh, I guess I could bring... Beetle friend. Oh, there's a Charlie in there. He didn't spawn earlier. There we go. Don't run me over, lad. There we are. Okay. So I guess this is going to be yellow switch. Yeah, okay. The switches were kind of weird in Return to Dino. There was a lot more, the switches were a lot more spread out. You didn't even get the first one until, like, World 4, I think? Definitely take the cape. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this one is. I don't know if this one's quite as vanilla as Dino Land was. But it's supposed to still be normal difficulty, so hopefully nothing redunculous. Yeah, then I'm thinking, so our Zelda hack, the last one, is called Goddess of Wisdom. It looks pretty good. It's kind of the same thing, is it started out as something that, like, one dude made, and apparently it was pretty jank, and it kind of got, like, a remodel, like Parallel Worlds did. So if we're going to play it, we'd play the remodel. But it looks pretty good. I kind of want to give that one a go. I had a really good time with it. I like Link to the Past a lot. Oh, thanks for the follow, dude. Yeah, I had a good time with it, so... Oh, shit. Oh, there goes my cape. Yeah, well, I mean, they didn't really expect you to have a lot of the switches. They definitely were needed more in the later worlds of Dino Land. They hit you up pretty heavy with the Switch Palaces eventually. I wouldn't say they, like, you could definitely finish the game without the Switch Palaces in Dino Land, but they wanted you to have them for sure. Like, some of those levels, the platforming was pretty tough without the Switch. There was a lot of one-tile jumps and stuff without the Switch Palaces. So, I'm glad we went back and found them all. But yeah, this one gives you... yeah. Fireballs are basically... Underwater is the only time I like having fireballs. Every other time, I'd rather just have a switch. Or I'd rather just have a cape. Thanks, dude. Oh, shit. I'm on the wrong thing. Ah! I clicked back to check my alert, and then I fucked everything up. I just lost both my power-ups. Super, super bad and sad. But, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind playing one more Zelda hack. I'll say that much. I had a pretty good time with Parallel. Even though Parallel was a little jank here and there, I didn't mind it. Really, besides, like, the very beginning of the Dark World. Oh, shit. Besides, like, the very beginning of the Dark World And the ending, the ending was kind of weird, but I think that was more a casualty of the remodel trying to make the game less difficult. Instead of having to go through the final dungeon basically twice, they just make you go through it once, then you fight Ganon. But all in all, considering, excuse me, all in all, considering what it was and how few people, I think the original hack was made by 2 people, and then one guy. Damn, people still try to get me with these names, huh? What kind of mic is that? It's the Audio Technica. It's an AT2020. It's not the USB one though. It's the XLR version. So I actually have it hooked up to an audio interface. Another Link to the Past hack. Lost Isle was the one. That was the one you said was the. What the hell's that Zelda? Shit. I have low latency mode on, my man. Low latency Twitch mode. So it should be pretty small. Usually it's only a couple seconds. It's a Zelda 1 hack. Low latency mode, what does it mean? It's like an opt-in thing that you can do, and it basically just makes the latency between what I'm doing and what you're seeing quicker. That's all. So instead of like the normal like 15, 20 second chat delay, you have like a 3-second chat delay. That's pretty much it. It's a Zelda 1 hack. You know, I've heard of another Zelda 1 hack that's pretty good. It's called, it's called Zelda 1... What are my PC specs? My PC's pretty middle of the road. I have an i5 6600K. Another follow, thanks, dude. I have an i5 6600K. It's overclocked to about 4.5 gigahertz. And I have 16 gigs of RAM, and that's about it. So, no, my PC is nothing crazy. Pretty middle of the road. It's not like a monster streaming computer or anything like that, so... No, it's I don't think it's any more harder on your PC than regular mode, as far as I know. I'm not an expert or anything, but I think it's about the same. So I don't know, Larsic. I could do a Zelda 1 hack, maybe. You know, to be totally honest with you, I've never actually completed original Zelda 1. The only time I played Zelda 1 was when I was a kid, and I was pretty little. I was probably like, oh my god, I was probably like 5. Maybe 6. I was a small bab when I played Zelda 1. Yeah, I've never finished it. It's a hard game. It's a hard game. It's not even so much that it's hard, it's just obtuse. There's a lot of hidden shit that it's not really well explained. And it didn't help. The game didn't have a very good translation. So there was a lot. Wow, this is not very vanilla. This is already kind of hard for me. There was a lot that wasn't really well explained. Oh, man. Wow, I lived. I don't know how I lived, but I lived. So, yeah, Zelda 1 was pretty tough. I never completed it. I wouldn't mind maybe having a go at it. I'm not really familiar with Zelda 1 hacks. It's like the only one I've ever heard of was Outlands, which is supposed to be like one of the best Zelda 1 hacks as far as I know, but it's also supposed to be pretty hard. So, I don't know. What I really wish there were some good versions of would be Link's Awakening. There's no good Link's Awakening ROM hacks. Oh, man. Ocarina of Time. You know what, dude? Ocarina of Time was my favorite until Breath of the Wild came out. Once Breath of the Wild came out, Ocarina became my second favorite. So now I'd say Ocarina's my favorite. Or I'm sorry, I'd say Breath of the Wild's my favorite. Ocarina's probably second, and then it's either Link to the Past or Link's Awakening in third place. Ah, fuck me. At least there's a midpoint. I could really use a cape for this part. I could really use a cape. I'm gonna get that dragon coin. We need the lives too. I'm not even gonna bother with the flower, I don't think. If I get hit on this thing, I'm not gonna pick up my power up anyway. Ah, shit. I guess I had to be... Oh, no. It knocked me off the thing. Okay, I'm gonna throw a state down here in case we die. I can restart from here. Or in case we game over, I should say. This one may get me. This one already seems a little harder than Vanilla Mario Worlds. This may be... Wait, that looks way longer than last time. The thing on the rope? That was weird. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Zelda 1, you do the arrows are rupees, huh? I forgot about that. That is weird. Yeah, Zelda 1 was a weird game. Like, I honestly think Zelda 1 is kind of one of those where if you don't have any nostalgia for it, an Elgato. I'm playing this on an emulator. I do have an Elgato. I have an HD60S that I use for my console captures. I like it a lot. I needed a USB 3 capture card because I built a mini ITX computer. My computer's pretty small. Only had one PCI slot, so I couldn't go internal capture. So I have an HD60S USB 3. It's pretty nice. I like it. It's a good card. I haven't had a lot of complaints with it. Yosh, my man. Probably gonna throw you in a pit in not very long here. But yeah, I don't know. Zelda 1 is one of those, like, I feel like Zelda 1, if you don't have a lot of nostalgia, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I don't think Zelda 1 aged very well, though. Like, and the biggest thing with Zelda 1 is just the story, I think. It's just the translation for Zelda 1. Zelda 1's translation was not very good. I think that was part of the reason the game was so hard. It was just tough to even know what the game wanted you to do because everything was so cryptic, because it wasn't translated very well. But all in all, I don't know. I could be open to a Zelda 1 hack, maybe. I'll have to look around and see. I'll check out Lost Isle. What was the other one, too? What's the fan-made Zelda engine? I think it was you, and you were talking about it with us in Discord the other day, Larsic. What the hell was that called again? Fuck. I can't remember. It's kind of like Super Mario Bros. X, but for Zelda. It has, like, all the fan... It has all, like, the fan... Oh, Zelda Classic. That's what it was. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's... Okay, that's what I was thinking of then. That's what we were talking about the other day. I couldn't remember what the hell it was. Okay. Yeah, I can maybe check that out. Give it a whirl at the very least. It depends on what the difficulty... I'm actually going to take the one up. It's worth it. I don't have a lot of lives right now. I wonder what's up there. Oh, see you, Yosh. Oh, just for Dragon Coin? I gotta be careful I don't die here. I lost my other power-up. I'll have to check that out. We'll see. I don't really know... Whoa. I'm not really sure what I want to do after this. I'm thinking like maybe one more ROM hack, and then we'll probably... What I want to play actually on stream, I want to play some more Isaac, and I want to play some Spelunky, and I want to play some Dead Cells. I'm kind of in like the roguelite, I guess I should say, mood as of late. I had a lot of fun playing Isaac last night, actually. You know, I intended for that little Isaac bit to be like a run, like, because we had already played Zelda for a couple hours. I kind of expected to just play like one Isaac run, and then I ended up streaming Isaac for 2 hours on top of what, the 3 hours we spent playing Zelda last night. So I really had fun playing Isaac again. I haven't played it a ton on stream. I haven't really played it much at all, not even just on stream. But I would like to play some more Isaac, and yeah, I want to check out Dead Cells on stream. I've never actually played Dead Cells myself. I've only watched other people play it, but it's really cool. I like that game a lot. So that should be pretty fun to play. And I want to play a little Spelunky, even though it's hard as fuck. I suck at Spelunky. If anyone, I don't know how familiar, like, so way back in the day, before Spelunky was actually like a game on Steam and stuff, Spelunky was actually just a free game before the HD one came out. And I played the original one a good bit. Yeah, yeah, I know, I got really screwed at the end there. I feel like, dude, we were so, why can't I grab this? We were so close to having it. We were so, I can't grab the fence. Oh, there we go, I grabbed it and then I got hit. We were so close to having that, dude. He had like freaking, what, like less than a quarter of his health left, maybe a fifth of his health left. I just couldn't hold it together. You know what, part of the problem was the fight was so long. We were fighting him for like 5 minutes. I started to just lose my concentration was part of it. Oh shit. I just couldn't stay focused. It's like my eyes just didn't want to work anymore, and I started losing track of where I was and what I was doing, and then I just started taking dumb damage. And then once you have Curse of the Tower, your dumb damage kind of chains on itself, because you take dumb damage, then you take even more from the stupid bombs, and it just keeps going. It was rough. We made it pretty far though, all things considered, for just an Eve run. I was pretty happy with how that. I almost got squished. Then I hit the spikes anyway. I was pretty happy with how that went. Yeah, I had a good time last night. Oh fuck, there's spikes there. I had a good time with Isaac. It was fun. So I'm definitely gonna start playing that more seriously on stream, I think. Thank you for the follow. Once we're done with... You played N64 the most. I played a lot of... Really? I really got hit by that spike. I played a lot of N64 when I was a kid. A lot of Ocarina, Majora's Mask. I played a lot of GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Jet Force Gemini. You guys remember Jet Force Gemini? The other rare game on the N64? Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? But yeah, I had a good time with it. N64 was a good console. You know, I've never actually played Conker's Bad Fur Day. Not once. It was kind of like a legend when I was a kid, because, you know, it was like the first, like, bad Nintendo game, and it was rated mature, and they said bad words. But yeah, I've never played Conker's Bad Fur Day. Get it on emulator. Oh, shit. Mushroom. Yeah, I've never... Oh, shit, I gotta plan this better. There we go. It actually has a good story. See, I kind of thought it was meant to be just like a gimmick. I didn't realize it actually had any kind of real... I thought it was just meant to be like edgy Conker. I never realized it was actually like a good game, to be totally honest with you. I thought it was just one of those, like, it was kind of just a gimmick. You know, the gimmick was, oh, Conker's badass now. Like, look, Nintendo can be cool too, guys. Oh, there's the midpoint. I want that. Tails, what's up, dude? How we doing today? It has great multiplayer. I didn't know any of this. I've never played any of it. So I just know about it. I just know it's a thing that exists. Beyond that, I couldn't tell you a single thing about Conker's Bad Fur Day. Like, Classic Rare, man. Before Microsoft bought them. Classic Rare was great. Like, N64, Super Nintendo era Rare was probably peak, I would say. Alright, first castle down. Wait, did they change the Koopas? Yeah, that's kind of the same thing with everything that Microsoft does. They buy stuff and then they fuck it all up. It's normally Roy is the first world, right? Not Larry. Did they change the order? Croissant Valley. Ho ho ho. Cross sandwich. I didn't even know it had multiplayer. I'll have to check it out one of these days. I've never even actually seen Conker's Bad Fur Day. Like, I've never even seen... Oh, there's a cape finally. Oh boy. Trying to get me. Yeah, I think a lot of those games are in a weird licensing spot now. Like, a lot of the Rare stuff, because there's like a weird middle ground where... Because Rare was like a second-party developer for Nintendo. Rare was owned by Nintendo. So I think a lot of those kind of exist in this weird area where they're not sure who has the rights to them. I know there was a whole thing like GoldenEye... I'm sure most of you guys probably know about this. If you follow gaming even a little bit. Like, there was going to be an Xbox remaster of GoldenEye for the 360, like there was for Perfect Dark. And the game was basically done, but it never got released because they couldn't figure out who the hell actually owned the rights to GoldenEye, and they couldn't get it sorted out, so the game never got to come out. But if you search for GoldenEye 007 XBLA on YouTube, you can watch some gameplay of it. It looks awesome. Like, it's a perfect... Yeah, dude, you should check it out on YouTube. It's like a perfect HD remaster of GoldenEye. It looks and plays amazing. And the game was done, and they never got to put it out because of licensing issues. Because they couldn't figure out who the fuck owned the rights to the game. So they had a completely done, ready to go GoldenEye 007 remake with online multiplayer and everything. And it never got released, which is incredibly sad. Yeah, it was a shit show. That's basically, that was the issue. It's just nobody could figure out who owned all the stuff. I think that's kind of the same thing with a lot of what Rare published back in the day. Because they've changed hands a lot, so now no one knows what the hell their games are. Like, who owns the rights to them. I want to see if I can get a life or two here. Come on. Oh, baby. Oh, beautiful. We needed those lives. And we get a bonus game. Okay. I think Flower's like... Nah, fuck. Oh, well. Well, now we're just going for it. Time to send it. Nintendo needs to get them back. Yeah, I think they exist in like a weird gray area now. That's kind of, and you know, that's kind of what sucks about the N64 is the N64 had some really cool games. The problem with the N64 was the hardware kind of sucked. Like, you know, like you look at early 3D now, and like early 3D kind of sucked. Like PlayStation 1 and N64 era 3D games were kind of garbo. I mean, it was amazing at the time. Like, it totally blew my mind. Like, the N64 had some really good games that were kind of ruined by crummy hardware. You know, like GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, they could both never get the frame rate above like 15, 20 frames per second. Everything was always muddy. You know, they looked like crap, and they kind of played like crap. I wish there were more 3DS remasters. Like, some of the 3DS remakes of N64 games, like Star Fox 64, the remake on 3DS was fantastic. Oh, this is gonna lead to the green switch already, I guess? Oh, shit. Yeah, like the Star Fox 64 remake for 3DS was great. Yeah, right, that's how I feel. And part of the problem is N64 emulation still sucks. Like, N64 emulation is not good, somehow. Like, the 3DS is a console that is still getting games released for it, and 3DS emulation works great. I feel like yeah, there it is. 3DS emulation still works great. Like, the N64 is freaking 20 years old, and the emulation still is not very good. So there's no good way to play a lot of these games with, like, you know, higher resolution and, like, higher frame rate, that kind of thing. I wish Nintendo had remastered more of the N64 for 3DS. Besides, I mean, the Zelda remakes were great. I guess it's just choose your path every time. Oh, I got trolled. I get coin. The Zelda remakes were great. Star Fox was great. I'm trying to think what else I'd really like to see remade. Like Ogre Battle 64, if anyone's played that. I used to love that when I was a kid. What was it? Ogre Battle 64. It was like Person of Lordly Caliber. That was a great N64 game if you like strategy games. I would love to see that get a re-release somewhere. I'm trying to think what else I played a lot on N64 when I was a kid. But that was like one of the defining consoles for me when I was a kid. Like, I had an NES. I got an NES kind of late. PS1 Hogs of War. I've never played that. Is that like a... I don't even know what that is, truthfully. I had a PlayStation when I was a kid. All I really played on my PS1 was RPGs, though, for the most part. I played a lot of, like, Final Fantasy. I played some Gran Turismo. I'm trying to think what else. It was mostly RPGs for me, though. Like, once I got into, like, middle school and high school, I kind of went through a phase where, like, I kind of didn't play as much Nintendo stuff, and I played a lot more PlayStation. Like, PS1 era Square was, like, my entire teenage life. Played a ton of, like, Chrono Cross, like, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9. God, what else was on PlayStation? I can't even remember everything. See, I played a lot of my games. I played at my friend's house. I had a friend who had, everybody kind of had that one friend who had all the video games when they were a kid, I think. And in my case, the friend of mine who had all the video games was the kid in our cul-de-sac who had divorced parents. And I think they both kind of bought him. He had everything. Like, he had, like, every single console. He even had, like, the Super Scope and shit for the Super Nintendo. Like, so many dumb things, because I think his parents were both competing for his love. So they bought him everything. So I had a few games when I was a kid, but we were pretty poor growing up when I was little. So I didn't always have a ton of games. I did a lot more rentals than I did owning games. You can't come here. We won't let you disturb our eternal life. Yeah, so I didn't own a lot of games when I was a kid. I rented a lot more. Is there anything shady over here? Nothing, huh? I really feel like this would be a good spot to put, like, a hidden block with a vine or something. But yeah, my friend had everything. He had, like, every fucking console, every game, all the controllers, like, all the cool shit. So we would always spend the night at his house. We would always have sleepovers there. That was where I got to play most of my video games. Power up? Alright, that's fine, I guess. I'm gonna take the cape. Oh boy. Is there anything past this? No. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I remember like getting them from Blockbuster. We had some local stores when I was a kid too. The one I always like to ask people about is Funkoland. So Funkoland was a used game store. And I don't know how far around they were. Like, I remember the only place I ever saw Funkoland was when I lived in, I grew up in Philly when I was a kid. Outside of Philly, I should say. It was like suburbs outside Philly. And I always remember, I feel like, is it up here? Oh, shit. Come here, Booze. But Funkoland was awesome. They had, like, these big, they had, like, these huge... You still have a video game rental place? That's crazy. Dude, I haven't seen a rental store in years. Like, probably more like a decade. We have like those Redbox. Game Crazy and GameStop. See, I know GameStop. I've never heard of Game Crazy. Hey, Pup. What you doing? What's up with you? Well, Sid's up. Sid's awake. She says hi. Yeah, I'd never heard of Game Crazy. Shorter levels do not contain any dragon coins. Okay. Oh, that's right. You can't do that to fucking Caterpillar Friend. Game Crazy was attached to Hollywood Video. Yeah, we never had those. We had like Blockbuster, and we had a couple of shitty like local stores. I can't remember what all the local stores were called, but like the mom and pop video rental places. Oh, if you don't have the green switch, you get a moon. Oh, Yoshi, what are you doing, lad? Oh my god, Yoshi, you ruined everything. Oh, you can rent... Oh, you can't rent consoles. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't rented a video game since I was probably, like... God, I don't know. It's probably like 10 or 13. The last time I rented a video game from a store. It's been a long time. Like, every single one of those went out of business around here. Long time ago. I used to love going to Funkoland when I was a little kid, though. It was so cool. It was just like a huge... It was a pretty big store, and they had, like, demo stations set up, and they kept the used games in, like, these big drawers. And you could kind of just rummage through the drawers and find games. You could hook them up to the demo spots and play for a little bit. Then they had, like, this big phone book. And it had all the prices of the used games listed in it. I found so many weird games there just rummaging around and like looking for stuff that I thought sounded cool. It was usually like old or like shit, like not big fancy games, because it was always the real cheap ones my parents would let me get. Like it had to be like $5 or $10 used, and they would maybe let me buy it. So that was always about it. But we found some, I don't know, it was really cool. I used to love going there when I was little. But yeah, it's like, it's kind of, some of the magic's kind of lost now that everything's digital. It's not as fun as it was when it was a kid, or when you were a kid. And you got to go to the game store and like look at everything. And you got to play it on the demo consoles and stuff. Like, it was always really cool. Oh, Castle 2 already? Yeah. We got 2 exits on this boy, too. Okay. Do I know how to stream from the Switch? Yeah, I mean, I've streamed Mando. What's up, dude? I've streamed from the Switch before. I've streamed my Switch. I have a capture card, Ricky. So I have my PS4 and my Switch hooked up to my HD60. So I've streamed some Switch games before. Mostly just Gungeon, I think, is the only Switch game I've streamed. You still have PS1 demo discs, dude? I remember, like, yeah, I was subscribed to, like... I had a Game Informer subscription. What was it? The official PlayStation magazine that had the demo discs in it. I remember that. And I had Nintendo Power. So I got like 3 gaming magazines when I was a kid, and I used to love that shit. I'm doing pretty good, dude. How you doing? I'm off work today, so I'm just hanging out playing some video games. I'm living the dream right now if I can get on this damn dolphin. Oh my gosh, I always hated these fuckers. Why do I keep overshooting this jump? There we go. Oh, here it is, Dolphin Friends. My favorite buds. What the hell's up here? Why do they want me to go up here? I don't know. I don't see it. The screen doesn't scroll upward. I don't think there's anything up here. There was a coin arrow, though. I don't know. There's nothing there as far as I can tell. It's weird, though, because it says there's a secret exit here. Oh, I'm standing on something. I'm standing. I don't know what's up there. It's weird. I'm standing on a platform up here. Oh, there's a key up there. Haha. Okay. Well, oh, here comes the lag. Okay, so we have a key. We got Porcupine Lad. Oh, fuck. If I fall down there, dead. Wonder how far they want me to carry this to find the exit. The secret exit. I want to get in that pipe. Oh, fuck. Porcupine, man. Don't get me, Porcupoofer. Oh, fuck. Oh, there it is. All right, hold on. We gotta juke him. I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hit. Fuck it. Get in there, Mario. Get in there. Jesus. All right. Secret exit acquired. What do we got here? Super duper secret. Ooh, okay. It's basically just top secret zone from vanilla. Is there anything up here? I don't know. I don't think so. All right. Let's finish Croissant Valley. Probably just gonna fly over it this time if I can. Yeah, I think I can. And we already have lots of... We already saw the whole level. I don't really feel like dealing with Porcupine Lad. Let me try and cruise over this. Oh, no. Mistakes were made. Oh, there's a blue coop. There we go. We'll just do... Oh, my God. The freaking sprites. Sprites are getting me. See you, Porcupine. Porcupoofer. There we go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Already almost done with World 2. This one doesn't seem too hard so far. It seems alright. We'll see how the later worlds are. I mean, if you've never watched me play Mario World hacks before, I suck pretty bad at Mario. I'm self-admitted I'm not very good at platformers. Like, this was the only... I think this was the only really platformer that I finished when I was a kid. Like, I remember renting the NES Mega Mans. Did I beat Zelda? Yeah, we finished it last night, Wiser. It was pretty cool. The ending was a little weird. But all in all, I liked Parallel Worlds a lot. The only part I really didn't have a lot of fun with was the very beginning of the Dark World, and the ending was a little weird, just because I think it got shortened in the remodel. But all in all, Parallel Worlds was really cool. Well, I mean, so my understanding, and we talked about it a little bit the other day, I don't know if you were here. You might not have been. My understanding with Link to the Past is the editing tools are not very good. I mean, editing tools exist. They're called like Hyrule... what the hell is it? Like Hyrule Magic or something like that? So there are editing tools for Link to the Past, but there's a lot of limitations on them. And one of the big things is you can't edit the dungeon maps. That's why Parallel Worlds has no dungeon maps, because the authors couldn't find a way to edit them without like manually editing the game, I guess, and it was too much work, so they just decided to not have dungeon maps at all. But yeah, so the tools are not incredible. You have to do a lot of manual editing, I guess, as well, on top of what the tools offer. So, I don't know. I mean, that's what I... Like, considering the tools that are available, it's nothing like Mario. You know what I mean? Where, like, Lunar Magic has been around for years, and it works really well, and... Oops, I missed. It's definitely not on the same level as, like, Mario stuff, where you have Lunar Magic and everything works great, and there's all kinds of, like, publicly available assembly hacks and stuff. It's a lot more work, I think, to edit Link to the Past. That's why there's not really very many Link to the Past ROM hacks. In terms of, like, actual complete Link to the Past ROM hacks, there's only 2, and I have both of them. There's a couple shorter ones that are kind of like puzzle games versus, like, a full Zelda game with a story. But the only 2 that I know of are Goddess of Wisdom and Parallel Worlds that are, like, full Link to the Past story games. And they both took a lot of work, as far as I know. Forest of Illusion already? Looks like a Teacup Forest, huh?